Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday. We're kind of just getting started here, so welcome. Missed you guys last week. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. So, last week, I was, as some of you hopefully know, if I'm actually doing a decent job promoting myself, was on retreat in Costa Rica. Thanks, Nicolette. Yeah, I feel real good, real excited to be back. Wow, I had such an amazing time. You know, the travel is always really tough, getting there, you know, the shuttles, all the things that come with travel, but it always is so worth it to be able to change up your routine for a week and like drop into movement as a student. I know that I was facilitating, you know, on a daily basis, at least twice per day, but still, I still feel like I got a lot of benefits out of it. I think because, and I don't know, I feel like LA people will relate to this, or anybody that just lives in a city where you have to do a lot of bopping around and commuting. Being able to not drive for a full week is so life-changing. Like, it seriously actually made me like think about the way I've set my schedule up. Where I'm like, okay, yeah, no, less driving, always good. Yasna, hi, thank you. Oh, wonderful. We love to have partners joining us. We'll be getting started shortly, and we'll see how much we do today. I did get really good sleep last night. Went to bed very early. My schedule totally got flipped around, and I was like going to bed at 8:30 at night, which is like extremely early for me. I'm like a 10:30. Sometimes I even push it to 11. And then like my body was waking me up at 5:30. So I got really good sleep last night. And I've been up since 5:30 today. So I'm feeling zippy. Renee! Hi, welcome home. Glad you made it. I know you had quite the adventure getting there and home. I know, from the tropics back to home. Look at us. Love it. So we'll get moving here in a second. You guys can take a moment to get situated with some props if you want to use them, maybe some blocks. Make sure you know you've got some water. And I just want to talk about this little flyer situation happening in the corner. This is my next, you know, big event that I have going on. I can't believe it's like almost August already. I'm still in March of this year personally. So this is August 23rd and 24th. Rock Sierra Los Angeles Ballet Dance Festival is going to be happening in North Hollywood. So my NoHo people or my North LA people, this one is right in your neighborhoods. I'm going to be performing in the main show gala. I kind of can't believe it just because of the lineup. As you can see, these two dancers right here, Edenia over there on the left, Sonia Ochoa on the right. Seriously, like iconic freaking dancers, like belly dance superstars. Edenia's this incredible like West Coast popper. Like, I'm always like, what am I? You guys want me? You guys want me to come and share my version of dance? Wow. So anyways, that'll be my next thing. Show will be Saturday. I'll be teaching a workshop on Sunday, a choreo workshop. Very excited. Now for today, we're gonna be doing a nice regular yoga flow. I haven't thought too much about exactly how I want to do it, but I'm kind of just going to be moving very intuitively today. So as always, know that you can scale up or scale down. I'll be giving you guys all of those options. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to turn this music down. If you want to listen to something that's inspiring you, you totally can. All right, let's transition to the other side of the room. Yay! I'm back. There's no jungle sounds all around me. There's no high humidity. I don't necessarily miss the super high humidity, but it did feel glorious. Your girl was glowing the whole time. So again, at the top of my mat, I've got a couple blocks. I'm also gonna grab myself a little band. I feel like shoulder flossing would absolutely rock my socks off right now. So I'm gonna use my favorite broken band so that it's nice and stretchy. Okay. Let's actually start standing. And again, we're going to begin with some shoulder flossing. So in our shoulder flossing routine, I like to use these stretchy bands just because there's a little give. You can also do it with a belt, a towel, a yoga strap if you've got it, okay? So just stand in a nice neutral position. You can widen out as much as you need, and we'll take the arms up, back, and around. Now, normally I would be like, pull your ribs in, you know, do all these things to make sure you're staying nice and controlled. But you know what? It feels good sometimes to break the rules. Or as I like to always think, you got to learn the rules and then break them. All right, if you like, you can take yourself around in a big circle. Oof. All right, now I want you to find the stickiest, ickiest little spot and stay there. Breathe. Good, one more breath. And then let's release our strap down onto the floor. We'll see, maybe we'll use it later, okay? Now I'll have you pick up your right heel, so you're kind of on your little pony foot here. And let's circle out our ankles. So you're keeping one point of your foot fixed on the floor. I always am going with kind of my big toe ball mound, and let's reverse. All right, let's do the other side. Right foot down, left heel lifts. This is my tighter ankle, which means we should probably work on it a little bit longer. That's a nice habit to start setting with yourself. Work a little bit longer on your tighter sides instead of wanting to pull the little escape hatch. And reverse. Oh. Three, two. Oh, finally it popped on one. Thank you very much, ankle. All right, now wherever you are on your mat, let's work our way into a tabletop shape. Hello, Matt. Haven't seen you for a while. Now from this all fours position, let's work through some cat-cows. Reaching the heart forward, and exhale, rounding and contracting. All right, we'll come into a neutral spine, widen out through your knees, touch your toes together, sit back. Child's pose position. All right, we'll walk our hands over towards our left-hand side, giving you an additional side body stretch. Walk it through center, same thing over to the right. Beautiful. Let's walk it back through center. Pull yourself back into a seated kneel at the back of your mat. Now, if you're feeling something while you're here, maybe that's in your ankles or in your quadriceps, cool, you can stay. If you do want to give your ankles an additional stretch, you can try picking up some knees. Lovely, maybe you pick up both. Okay, now we'll bring ourselves back down to a center or a neutral kneel if you were lifted with your knees. And let's take a moment on some tuck toes. Two more breaths. Nicely done. We'll take our hands onto the floor, push yourself to the back of your mat, and again, we're in a nice folded position. You can pedal out your legs while you're here. Okay, soft knees, let's roll ourselves up to standing. Reach your arms up, inhale, breath. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Feel some length and control through your pelvis, so you're finding your posterior tilt. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And exhale, forward fold, take it down. Walk yourself all the way to the front of your mat, and let's go through a chaturanga. Knees can touch the floor. Bend your elbows, low cobras, or if you feel it, upward facing dog. So straight arms, tops of the feet are touching the floor, thighs are hovering. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about airplanes. I feel like they steal my leg flexibility. Oh. Maybe that's what we'll take a big focus on today, getting some of that flexibility back. All right, let's elevate our heels, bend your knees, see the front, travel to the front however you like. Now let's go into a halfway lift. Hands can be on your shins, right above your knees or above your thighs. Your aim is to create as flat a spine as possible, right? So try to make a little table. And then with your exhale, forward fold. Good, let's try that again. Lengthen into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's try to make that spine a little more ripply as we do it, and also try to pull yourself deeper towards the legs. Inhale, breath, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Last time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, pull deeply. God damn. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way up to standing. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Let's go through our chaturanga again. Good, take it back into your downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna flow this out 2 more times. Less time, obviously, we're not gonna drill those multiple rounds of halfway lifts. We'll just be doing 1. So heels lift high, knees bend, travel to the front. Half lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Maybe you add in a little back bend moment. And exhale, fold back forwards. Half lifts, inhale, breath. Exhale, chaturanga. All right, we got 1 more just like that. Lift your heels, bend your knees, travel. Half lifts, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Maybe that little back bend moment. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lifts, inhale, breath. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturangas. All right, now from this point in your downward facing dog, let's widen things out a bit, walk the hands back a bit. I want you to feel equal pressure into all 4 of your ground connection points. Let's twist. Right hand goes across, finding anywhere on the outside of your left leg. So that can look like your calf, your ankle, your heel. Breathe into the belly. Good, other side. Left hand finds the outside of your right leg. Oh man, outside of my hip needs some love. All right, let's take it back to center. Maintaining that nice wide position through the feet. Walk it forward, malasana, or wide squat position. Get the hair back organized. All right, so I've got my elbows into my inner thighs to help support, keep them open. You can have your elbows above. Just try to activate through the outside of your glutes a bit and straighten your spine as much as you can. Good, we'll take a breath in here. And with your exhale, you can lean forward, but we're gonna push ourselves all the way up to a standing position. Heel toe the feet together or keep them hip width distance. Our next shape is chair pose. So bend into the knees, sit the hips back, reach your arms upper hand corner. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back, sit deeper. Inhale back into your chair shape. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, inhale breath. With your exhale, let's step back, moving through your chaturangas. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Lift up your right leg. Open up your right hip. Pause, either staying totally still while you're here or exploring a little bit with your knees. Opening up your hip, spiraling. All right, let's square off the hip. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. And this is where you may want to grab some blocks or hold on to the floor. Now, depending on how you're feeling today, you can do your flossers with your knees off of the ground or the left knee on the ground. A little hip flexor, a little hammy moment. All right, the next time we're forward in our front knee bend, let's all lower our knees down to the floor. If you're using blocks, let's walk them back so that we're in a more upright position. All right, now pull back a little bit so that you're not super deep into your hip. Focus on lengthening your tailbone and getting into the psoas and hip flexor on this left-hand side. Left arm reaches up, take a breath in. Exhale, side bend over towards your right-hand side. Good, let's return your left hand back down onto your block. Dive deeper into your front lunge. Maybe you drop your blocks down, very dramatic drop. Drop your blocks down to their medium level. I was on my highest, so maybe for you it's your lowest level. Right hand stays on the block, side bend over towards your right hand side again. Good, let's bring ourselves back up, reaching nice and straight through your left arm. Let's lengthen through your right leg and try to trace your left arm to the outside of your right leg. Good, inhale, take it back up. Again, exhale, straighten, reach for the outside of your right leg. One more time. Okay, let's bring it back up into our lunge position. Hands on your blocks, rock them up to their highest level. Tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee. Walk it forward. Supported block warrior 3 here for a moment. Try to work your activation through your left leg. Stay for 3. Last 2. And 1. You can lower the left foot to the ground to bring you up to the standing single-legged balanced position, or start that process from here. We're all gonna land with our left leg up and in front of us. Okay, figure 4 is where we're going next of the chair variety. Left ankle works onto your right thigh, sit back into your hip. Good, hands can be at your heart center with the elbows hovering out to the side around chest level. If you're feeling it, whoa, balance, not great today. You can take yourself deeper, even as deep as taking your triceps down to the shin. Stay for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's bring ourselves up. Picking up the left leg, crossing it back behind you, off of your mat over towards your right-hand side. We're gonna take some curtsy squat lunges, all right? Depth can really be up to you. You can be knee to the floor or somewhere all the way up from like the standing position to halfway down, okay? So we're going all the way through to straight legs. Press. My right toes are facing the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold halfway, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight forward. Take a big step, left foot to the back of your mat. Open up into your warrior 2. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Now let's pause in this warrior 2. Inner thigh of your right leg trying to wrap up towards the ceiling. We don't want to collapse the knee in too much. Left toes are turning towards the long side of your mat. If I'm particularly tight in my legs, I always feel a pretty decent stretch into the outside of my ankle. Core turns on, arms turn on. Hold here for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's straighten the front leg. Reach your right arm up and back. You're in a reverse triangle position. Keep breathing. Here for another breath in. Exhale, rebend the front knee. Come into your side angle. Left arm high. Right elbow again balanced on the left thigh. All right, let's take it back into our reverse triangle. Option here to half bind with your left arm. So if you notice, my fingertips are jazz handing over here on my right hand side. Good, breath in. And with your exhale, take it into your triangle position. Now you can maintain that half bind like I am. For some reason, I notice this kind of contains my urge to dive a little bit too deep here. You can slide further down. But what's nice is it keeps your chest nice and open. Hold for 3. I'm even wrapping my left hand around into my inner thigh. Feels like a little stranger danger back here, 2. And 1. Let's bring ourselves all the way up. Star shape position. So heels in, toes are out, arms are up nice and high. Exhale, take it into a goddess squat. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back into your squat. Again. Good, let's go parallel feet position. Exhale, wide-legged fold, hinge from your hips, work your way down. Now, I personally like to work a bit of a internally rotated position, very slight, or more pigeon-toed. I just find the stretch through my legs to be a little more enjoyable that way. All right, let's pull ourselves back to the front of our space. Right leg can step or extend back for Ekapada Chaturanga. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's get into our left side, then we'll take a little break. Left leg lifts, open up your hip. You can play with your circles if you did so on the other side. All right, let's square off, pull the knee in towards your nose, step through low lunge. Blocks will come by your side. Maybe the knee stays up for your flossers or comes down. Just copy whatever you did on side one. Oh my goodness, this left side. It's funny because literally the only thing we did last week was stretch. Tons of yoga. But alas, the body keeps the score. All right, let's bring ourselves upright. I want you to pull away a bit out of your deepest lunge, okay? Focus on your squareness and your tailbone length while you're here, even if it feels like I'm barely in contact with my blocks. Right arm reaches up, side bend over to the left. You should now have more contact with that block. Okay, let's come back. We're gonna dive deeper into our hip flexor, knock those blocks down lower, and again, up and over towards your left-hand side. Doozy. Okay, well, let's bring it back. Rock those blocks back. And let's tuck our back toe, lift our back knee. Come forward for a moment into your block supported warrior three. And I want you to focus on the engagement of your back leg and that active stretch through the left-hand side. Okay. Now we're going to come all the way up into our single-legged mountain to get into our figure four. If you did it, lower the foot down, then bring yourself up, or challenge yourself and take yourself directly up into your single-legged. All right, figure four. Right ankle to the left thigh. Open up the hip and start to descend. Again, you can kind of keep it upright here like in a traditional chair depth, or compress and work deeper. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way up. Big cross step behind you. Curtsy prep. So we've got straight legs, nice high heel on that back foot. Depth, up to you. All right, down and up. Let it focus into your left side hamstring and hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold halfway and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shift your weight forward. Center the right foot behind you. And let's open up into our warrior two position. Arms outstretched in two directions. Check the alignment with your feet. Left toes facing forward. Right toes are facing that long side of your mat, but I do have a bit of a Bit of a reach back with that right heel. Hips are underneath you. We'll take another breath in here and a breath out. All right, with your inhale, find your reverse triangle. Feeling that work and stretch all through the left-hand side. All right, let's take it to our side angle. Modify with the left elbow on the thigh, right arm reaches high. Try to still commit to that depth in your front lunge. One breath in, one breath out. With your inhale, back into your reverse triangle. On this one, we offered up that half bind position. One more breath in, and with your exhale, Trikonasana triangle pose. Recommend keeping that half bind as a way to encourage the chest to stay open. Good, again, this depth can be up to you. Hold last 3. I've got my little cousin, not cousin it, the hand, can't remember his name, wrapping around the thigh 2. And 1, let's bring ourselves all the way up. Woo! Star shape, heels in, toes out. Exhale, dive into your depth in the knees. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up, take it into your parallel position with your feet. Exhale, wide-legged fold, round 2. Bend our left leg back, high to mid, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's take our knees down, sit back, child's pose shape. Nicely done, guys. All right, you can stay in your child's pose, or if you want to come upright, take a moment to hydrate. Always good. All right. Now, next we're going to go into a little bit of strength maintenance work. That's going to include some stretchy business for our legs, but is going to include our core and is going to include our legs and butt, right? So some bridge work, some abdominal work. It'll be great. You'll love it, trust me. All right, let's sit off to one side. We'll take our legs in front of us. Know that you can also do these first roll downs with your knees in a bent position. Sometimes that can be helpful. Some people find the legs long to be more helpful. So again, up to you. We'll flex our feet and let's first sit up nice and tall. So Dandasana or staff position if we're speaking in yoga terms. I'm actually going to control my hair just a little more. All right, Now let's reach our arms forward in front of us. Take some roundness into the upper spine as you try to reach forward. See if you can stretch the arms past the feet. No deal if not. And then keep that roundness. Transfer it down into the pelvis and start to roll down. Once you're down, arms reach up. Exhale up. Again, just repeating this flow. Last one. Good, arms up. And then take the arms down by your side. Let's bring our legs into a reverse tabletop position. All right, let's firm your low spine into your mat, AKA back fart time. All right, now try to maintain that smoosh. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in a little bit closer. And then take them in some big circles. Reverse. All right, the next time these knees are nice and wide around your ribs, let's elevate your head, neck, and shoulders. If you're not loving the elevation as you do this exercise, know that you can bring them right back down. Now see the heels connect, flare your toes out by the side. You're in a first position here. Arms are down by your side again. Keep that low spine pushing into the floor. Let's swim. Push the legs away and then bring it back in. Push and pull. Inhale, you extend out. Exhale, you pull in. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it in this bent position. Hands come behind your head. Give your full support there. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, curl up. Try to tap the knees to your elbows. So you're kind of in this like god-awful end range crunch. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Hug the knees in, relax. Rock a little side to side. God, that was spicy for me today. All right, legs come up. We have one final abdominal exercise. It's abs, but it's also our legs all at the same time, okay? So we're going to do our scissors. We're gonna do them Pilates style. So we're gonna do like a pulse, and a switch thing, all right? Now again, we'll elevate head, neck, and shoulders. Separate the legs, grab for the back of your right leg. Stretch, stretch, switch. Again, low spine, pushing into the floor. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That stole my spirit. Place your feet down onto the floor and go for some windshield wipers. Fuck. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, time. We can do this. We're finishing off with some glutey booties, okay? If you want, you could totally also throw like a resistance band on for this one. Where are my resistance bands? I could also do a little bondage on myself. All right, it's a little bit, it'll do. If it doesn't work, it'll just fling right off of me. Okay, so feet hip-width distance apart. I like to bring in my heels a little bit closer to my butt here. Posterior tilt, so smoosh a low spine into the floor. Bring yourself into your bridge position. Articulate back down. Lift your lumbar curve and repeat. Good, total of 5. Last 2. And on this last one, let's hold up and we're going to hinge from the hips and push back up. Got it? Hinge and up. Honestly, this is kind of the perfect warm-up because I'm going to the gym after this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up and just stay still or pulse the knees out. Sometimes when I do this, I like to hold my butt cheeks in my hands. I like to cup them. And I like to feel the activation. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips back down. Scoot off to one side and lay over onto your left-hand side. Cute. We're chilling on the beach. I'm back. We're gonna do a little bit of leg swinging work here. You can keep your band on unless it's like super gnarly band. Then perhaps you go sans band. This one has so much give. Okay. We're going to extend our right leg back behind us. Sweep it in front of you. Kick, kick, and sweep back. Kick, kick, and back. Kick, kick, and back. Now, I know when we swing, usually we're trying to resist this urge to let our upper body move with us. You should feel like your upper body is bracing. Back, up, and back. Up, and back. I keep kicking my water bottle. 2. And last one. Keep it back behind you, little squeeze with the heel back. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Love it. Push with your right hand. Bring yourself up. Swing it around. Let's do all that shit on the other side. All right. I'm Burt Reynolds on a bearskin rug yet again on this side. Okay. We'll extend our left leg back behind us, flexed foot position. Swing it in front. 1, 2, and take it back. I like to have my left hand in front of me, or whatever is this like top arm in front of you, to kind of help you brace yourself against the floor. This is our last bit of like bullshit we're doing here on the floor. Feel that squeeze on the backside. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'll probably be doing this in my Pilates classes this week. 2. And last one, keep that squeeze back, little squeeze back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. Press your left hand into the floor, bring you back up. Come to center. If you had a little silly band on you, kick it off to the side. And let's go feet together, knees wide. We're gonna begin our cool down because it's already 8 minutes till the end of our class time. So let's really stretch it out. Come forward, working your way into your Baddha Konasana, or bound angled position. All right, let's bring ourselves up. Take yourself into a straddle position and really feel your sit bones onto the floor. Usually I like to take my butt meat and just kind of scooch it off to the side. Let's side bend first. Left arm reaches up and over. Good, bring it back through center. Same thing over to the other side. Good, let's take ourselves all the way back through center. And you can do one of two things with me. You go straight down the center and let this be kind of a more restorative straddle moment. Or before you do that, you take a couple rounds of straddled good mornings. That can be hands on hips, arms out to the side in a T, or hands behind your head, right? Forward and up, strong legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, wherever you're at, let's bring us up. Scoop up on the undersides of your legs, bring it into a bend. Hip stretch on your right hand side. You can go with deer, so double stag, kind of like this. Usually like take the back hip a little bit behind me, or roll through into your half pigeon position. Now I'm gonna stay upright because we just did all this hingy stuff forwards. And we did all those abs and stuff, so I want to stretch out my abdominals. Plus, I'm kind of on this warpath for a super strong, bulletproof back, so I've been doing lots of back bend work for my posture. Maybe a little mermaid time. Hook the foot into the elbow crease. All right, let's do this on the other side. Wow, time really slipped through my fingers today. Either you're working your deer or roll your way through. my darlings. Let's unwind ourselves. Oof. We'll go cross-legged. Work a little twist. You can contract, especially if you're doing all that upright shenanigans with me. And then we'll bring ourselves up. And we'll work into just a brief moment of meditation. Scan your body from top to bottom, recognizing the difference from when you started your movement practice today to now. Now, as always, friends, I'm incredibly grateful to guide you all. I'm grateful to the teachers that taught me, the teachers that taught my teachers. Grateful for my space that I get to move in. Grateful for this community I get to teach both in person and online. Thank you so much for joining me today. Lovely. Hope you feel good after that. I know some of those shapes can be kind of tough, kind of brutal. But with time, they add so much strength and mobility to our lives, so I feel good. I feel ready for the day, and I definitely feel ready for the gym. Oh, the sound was cutting out. I'm sorry about that. Having the same issue. Sound is completely in and out. I think it's my mic. Oh, that sucks. It's fully charged. Yep, we're using the right microphone. Let's see if I had the same one. Yep, Rode. Oh. Sometimes it's even like, you know, maybe like I unplugged something and didn't plug it back in all the way. Apologies if that affected your experience today. All right, darlings. Getting 2 seconds here on there. Sound on my end is perfecto. Interesting. Abs and booty were all like, hello. Yeah. So Renee, you didn't have any issues throughout the stream? Very interesting. You never know what's going on in the interwebs. Okay. So schedule for this week. This is, of course, for people that are on my Patreon, which again, thank you so much if you're looking for a way to support what I do, because these streams are my public streams. So I do these not expecting, anything in return except for, maybe a follow or a subscription support. But if you do want to support my work and take more of my classes and more variety in my classes, here's what we're offering this week. On Wednesday, we'll have our reset class. This is usually a really nice, chill way to kind of work into the back half of your week. So we'll do more relaxed stretching, sometimes some myofascial release with trigger point therapy tools like balls or foam rollers. Then on Thursday of this week, we'll be doing a core class or a Yoga Lattes fusion flow. That'll be at the same time. So all the classes this week are at the same time. So 10 a.m. Pacific Standards, 12 o'clock p.m. for my central timers or my yeehaw time, and then 1 o'clock, for my Eastern time frames, yeah? I'm feeling with it, but not all the way yet, so. So silly. Yes, partner was confident. Obsessed. Thanks, partner, for staying all the way. I know. It's kind of a slow burn. All right, babies. I'm gonna feed myself and then go to the gym because I told myself I would fucking do it. God damn it. You gotta go, you gotta strike when the iron's hot. You gotta go when the booty cheeks are willing. Yeah, you get it, you know. All right, lovelies. If I don't see you this week, then I will see you not next week, but the following, okay? I'm helping my sister move next week to Oregon, so I will be gone for 4 days. So I'll be gone from Monday home on very early on Thursday. So I might sneak a class in like on Friday to make up for lost time, yeah? All right, my loves. Love you all so, so, so much. And if I don't see you again on my other opportunities this week, then hopefully I'll see you next week. Not on Monday, not on Wednesday, but on Friday. All right, baby, see you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.